Yeah, here we go. We have ourselves a nice show match, a $250 show match between AJ and Frosty as a part of the new Haunted Hollows event. These guys rocking some new items you can get in the item shop due to Rocket League's collab with Marvel. It's going to be a nice best of 5, and there's some juicy news about Frosty. He is rumored to be on SSG. To be fair, I am slightly baiting everybody by putting the SSG logo up on Frosty's name. I do not think it is fully confirmed. We have seen the Space Station account use a car to run into a snowman, and that's maybe the most we know. A little bit of shift rumors as well, but it might be that we'll see the snowman on SSG. But the last time that Frosty played some 1v1, he was actually winning a ton on USE servers. We were just talking about this before the match went live, but Frosty is on an 8-match winning streak on USE servers. Now, his most recent match is technically a loss. He went over to EU to play against Nush, and historically, that has been really tough for all 1v1ers who have tried to take down what is a very talented 1v1 region on what is away servers when they don't really have a ton of practice. So I'm going to give Frosty a slight excuse and talk more about his streak on USC servers, which includes a win over AJ. Somewhere in that mix, probably like the second match or so, was one against AJ. He won in Game 5, and now he's going to have a chance to defend that, where AJ is going to have a chance to redeem himself as he zap dashes himself back and tries to find a way to get on the board. Frosty, clean dribble. Way too long of a setup on his flick. We're also playing on the new arena. This is a variant of Driftwoods. It's not the original Driftwoods. Driftwoods Knights for this show match. So a nice, serene, crowdless show match. AJ deciding to go up the wall despite Frosty looking like he was going to challenge early. I'm also surprised that Frosty did this kind of passive sidewall challenge. Normally people are diving in, and you know, the downside of not diving in is I'm not sure there's a way you make it back if you don't make it to the ball. And I think AJ kind of proving my point there. As soon as he recognized it wasn't going to be a real challenge, he just chips it off the wall and scores, and a kickoff goal to follow. The wave dash will make it 3-1. Frosty chaining some wall dashing together. It actually looked like pretty clean wall dashes. He's playing against what might be one of the best wall dashers in the game. Whenever we've seen AJ using them, he's always found a way to use them to great effect. He's been ahead of the game when in terms of practicing them, I would say. But maybe Frosty will be up for the challenge in terms of trying to match him. Nice power slide cut. AJ, though, did not put himself too far out of position. So there will not be a goal reward, although he maintains possession as he starts from the back wall. Seeing the AJ pre-jump off the side wall, he'll instead play it off the bounce, and this dribble is just not nearly enough towards the nets. So it drops early. And Frosty's still looking for a reliable way to get some offense going. Backflip challenge from Frosty. Takes it out of the corner. AJ denies that again. This is a great position for Frosty. One that he probably needs to get away with a goal, because if he's not going to be scoring from these positions, he's going to have a tough time in the match. He has maintained possession, able to steal the back corner boost and the midfield 100, and he even baited AJ out. So now another great position. A fake! Can he get back to the ball, though? The roll was a bit too hefty. He needed a slow roll. He could have gotten around and tapped it in before it hit the back wall. Now AJ faking like he's going high. Frosty down to the ground, low 50, denied. So AJ's defense has been impeccable so far. He let in, I think, maybe the first goal of the game, or maybe the second goal, but since then, Frosty hasn't found the answer. And AJ trying to show him how it's done, but way too non-committal. He kind of followed that dribble with every last bit of his boost, and ultimately fell down to the ground with 0. Not going to have a great recovery. Prediction. Okay, we can stop the prediction. Is that what everybody's saying? End submissions. Probably a couple extra submissions for AJ. But we did just get a Frosty goal, which makes up for that. Frosty off the side wall. Great setup for this. Maybe a little bit high as he can't adjust any higher in order to try and outplay AJ, and that does allow him to make a read defensively. 4-2 for AJ. Frosty has not had any issue getting possession and creating opportunities. He just hasn't been able to finish them, and a kickoff goal will keep him relevant here in this game with 50 seconds left to go. He just needs first possession again. Doesn't necessarily need a kickoff goal. The downside, though, is even when he's gotten first possession, AJ has looked so good defensively. Nice air dribble from Frosty. The reset is just a bit too high. It's off the post. Can he get around it? No. AJ recovers and taps it away. So even when Frosty gets the outplay, he cannot get a bounce to go his way. And that was probably his last opportunity. AJ playing an air dribble from the ground. Oh, he just wanted to protect it. He was trying to play ultra safe. He knew he had the lead with 30 seconds left to go. Decided to pull out of the dribble and go for a low 50 just to maintain possession. And Frosty actually sneaks it out underneath him. So he gets his tie game all the same. 23 seconds now. There's a chance we don't see overtime. AJ delay kickoff. Ends up chipping the ball straight up. He has boost. Frosty fakes. And actually might be better than touching the ball there because he would have handed the ball over to AJ. And now he's back into net. Closing the distance. Dunking again. It worked for him on the last possession. So why not try it one more time? He's up early. He's behind the ball. I thought he was going to get it right into the way of it. But he does miss. AJ taps it around him. We can watch it from Frosty's POV. A really aggressive play. Oh, he actually bailed out of his dribble. Or sorry, not his dribble, but his pre-jump. He was aimed right where AJ was going to chip it off the wall, and he thought last second, oh, I'm going to get faked. Decided to turn it down, and that led to him missing the challenge. This ball is going to hit back in the corner. So Frosty, he fought it back, but ultimately AJ wins game number 1 in this best of 5. Hey YouTube, this video is sponsored by Rocket League. They currently have a collaboration with Marvel for the Haunted Hollows event that has a ton of Spider-Man items both in the item shop and in some challenges that you can collect and get for free. It is definitely worth checking out. I'm super excited because Spider-Man has always been my favorite superhero, and there's a lot of cool stuff. But it's not just items. There's also a new version of Driftwoods. Driftwoods came out in that last update. Now there's Driftwoods Night as a part of Haunted Hollows, and there's some awesome limited time events. So you can see a couple clips here of me playing Spooky Cube, as of course it goes to overtime and I clutch up within moments to get the dub. But it's not just Spooky Cube, it is also Haunted Heat Seeker, which I was playing as well, and surely my save did the hard work here on this redirect from my buddy. So we get a nice one on the board, me and AYYJAYY. But Haunted Hollows has Spider-Man stuff, has limited time modes. Thank you, Rocket League, for sponsoring the stream and the videos. I highly recommend checking it out. Game number 2. AJ and Frosty. AJ up the side wall on an air dribble to try and open the scoring in game number 2. But a $1 million setup and a 10-cent finish allows Frosty to get the save and counterattack. Scarlet Spider? No. I think there's a Scarlet Spider one, but did he switch off of Spider-Gwen? I'd have to... Oh, you're right. He actually is on Scarlet Spider. Earlier, he had Spider-Gwen on. This is not a bad one either. AJ can have a really tough time getting this dribble going when it starts all the way at ceiling height. So you can see, instead of trying to take the ball towards Frosty at all, he just dribbles it down to the ground and basically tries to reset the possession. But that is not going to work out either, as Frosty able to counter. And this is really the only reliable way that Frosty has had offense. It's interesting, you know, in today's ones game, you really don't ever want to give away possession. Because you cannot just play out of your own net normally. But Frosty's had so little success trying to beat AJ, it's almost better for him to hope he can steal away possessions and counter like he has so far. But I don't think that will reliably work long term. AJ going to use the reset to get out over the top of Frosty. Great setup from AJ to get that ball far away of the near post, meaning Frosty has to challenge off the back wall earlier than he probably would have liked to. Something that AJ can read very easily and can time his reset in order to counter it. AJ, who thought he could sneak it in near post. Not a bad idea. Frosty gets the demo. Can he turn this into an air dribble? So far, I have been impressed with Frosty's first touches. Nice catch and flick in for Frosty. And this is one of the first times he's been able to beat an AJ who's prepared in net. It does come after a demo, so maybe it's not quite as prepared as AJ would like to be. But still, a really nice shot. And I was mentioning it before. So far, it's been a while since we've watched Frosty. Frosty doesn't really play as much 1v1. But I've been really, really impressed with his first touches to create these air dribbles and his mechanical ability to get stuff started. I think as AJ has proven, the finishes, at least in the 1v1 context, probably need some adjustments. Nice double off the back wall, because AJ had, at least in all of game one, stopped almost every aerial attack Frosty had. Right now, Frosty is proving me wrong by putting in goal after goal and giving himself a bit of a lead here. But to be fair, I think only one of those coming in the air, as Frosty gets no ball but does tap AJ back. And now we'll take to the skies out of the back corner. Frosty, nice flip reset shot. Here we go. There is that aerial game I was saying maybe wasn't quite there before, but is there now. As AJ swinging super wide and ends up timing his challenge right when Frosty uses the reset. We've seen Frosty take it to the ground. We've seen it use it in the air, and that's the range of ability you need to get defenders to start missing. Otherwise, they're going to be able to read you all day. AJ off the kickoff, trying to keep Frosty pinned back. Frosty has escaped, though, and actually has even taken possession. AJ got to the ceiling too early, and Frosty recognized it. Wait, great play from AJ to stay up there. Frosty figured he could just take a regular air dribble, and look at the chain dashes from AJ. My goodness, take a look at this shot. I'll make sure to watch it from AJ POV. He did not have a ton of boost, but chaining a few dashes together, only 9 to work with. I don't think he would have been able to catch up to that ball and make that kind of shot with just the 9 boost. Instead, he uses none of it, and he just chains himself back to the ball and shoots on an open net. So I was talking about AJ being one of the better chain dashers, and he's making me look like I know ball, which I appreciate, as he tries to mix up the cadence of this play and see if he could tap it around the challenge. But Frosty gets there in time. Frosty was maybe trying to line up a pinch. He saw AJ coming back to get involved and wanted the 50 to go into the net. Great defense. Just Frosty's aerial control in general, I feel like he's moving really smooth in the air, and the finishes are starting to hit now. They weren't there before, but Frosty on a 4-goal lead, and he has been doing well. This air dribble starting just far enough away that AJ doesn't feel like he can move off the back wall to challenge. Instead, he decides to wait it out on the goal line, and Frosty shows him that that's a mistake. Frosty, no double off the backboard. AJ denies it. Heavy first touch. AJ, I think he's got to regret that. I don't know if he was expecting to be able to get a quick counterattack and like a power shot all the way past Frosty, but what you definitely don't want to do is that soft shot that hands over possession and immediately ends yours. I mean, he had boost to work with. There's definitely other options he could have taken, but he's got the boost back now, or I should say he's got the ball back now, but not for long. Frosty will delete him and take another dribble from the air. Gets the reset early and then hovers behind the ball. Credit to AJ keeping it out. Frosty is trying to go straight back into the net, which I think is a bit of a mistake, because in 1v1, it's not really about scoring immediately as much as it is just controlling the ball in possession. I think Frosty could have afforded to do that for a little bit longer. Probably could have gotten a much higher quality chance than going for that backflip. So instead, AJ gets control, and a miss will result in AJ making it a 3-goal game. 42 seconds left to go. Frosty has to be careful on the kickoffs, and I think that this is about as good as it gets in terms of holding a possession and wasting out the clock, getting back corner boost and having the ball. But he tries to escaping AJ's half quickly, and AJ takes it away. Nice flick. Frosty just barely saves it into the crossbar. AJ has no choice but to turn and just try and put it directly back on net. Wasn't able to get any power. And so now that will be the end of game 2. Frosty coming alive here on offense after struggling to find a way to get past the goal line defense of AJ. Oh, AJ tried to throw the pogo in. You love it for the fans. Game number 2. Gonna go to Frosty. Despite him own goaling to end it, we are tied 1-1. Is it sponsored by Epic? Yeah, it's sponsored by Rocket League. Game number 3. AJ and Frosty. Frosty with the first meaningful possession. What a nice reset shot. And then the 50. A huge pop from Frosty. This was a really slow dribble that oftentimes does not make its way to the net and find a way in. But he gets so much pop off of the first reset, and then he might have even gotten another one, but he gets wheel side on the ball, which does such a great job of dunking it in. And now, let's start with the lead. AJ, flick, and a kickoff conversion. A tail as old as time. The ball versus boost trade-off off the kickoff. Frosty gets the 100, but AJ gets the goal. Frosty not able to pick up his back corner. He's just trying to be a pest. Right now he's going to be in trouble, and AJ does get the goal. So good starvation tactics from AJ. I don't think Frosty necessarily made any big mistake. Usually when you're around the ball on low boost, you have a few opportunities to try and steal it away. If you can somehow, reset the ball, get it all the way in the back corner of the attacker, then you've bought yourself time to grab 100. And if you instead just accept that you're going to be forced to play on zero boost defense in a game against AJ, you're probably just going to get scored on anyways, so you might as well take that risk. Didn't pay off for Frosty earlier, and then he gets a kickoff goal scored on him, so it's going to be 3-2, but he gets one right back. So before even a minute into this game, we've seen 5 goals. The lead slightly in favor of AJ. 20 stream streak from Lottie. Oh my goodness. Poggers indeed. Frosty to the ceiling for a reset. Attacking high. It's almost certainly going to be a fake, and I think AJ knows that. There's not a lot of adjustment to be made on such a speedy first touch that goes arcing as high as it does. Nice dashing from Frosty. AJ with a save as he is determined to stay the only one to get a wall dash goal here. No way. 100 and... Is that like... Is that bugged? Released Rope 6 just redeemed a 105 stream streak. What a save. Wait a second. AJ almost had a nasty save. We have to watch this here. Frosty long shot. AJ on the respawn. I'm sure the new update helped him a little bit there. Dude, 105 stream streak. We've done so many like 2 stream a day things. Release rope 6. Do you have a VIP release rope? I feel like it's fine if you get to 100 stream streak that maybe you just get a free VIP. I don't know. What do you think, chat? That's insane. Like you just have a permanent tab open or something. I don't understand how you could possibly do that. Yeah, I think you gotta be Echo watch streak. It's currently on a 404 watch streak. Yeah, no. In fact, you should get banned for that. You should get banned for lying. Release Rope 6 is getting a VIP. I don't care. I get to make the rules. 100 stream streak is absurd. Release Rope 6. There you go, buddy. If you guys can manage to not miss a single stream for 100 streams straight, I think that is a much, much harder way to do it than just getting 250,000 points. You certainly have to get that many points if you just watch 106 streams. Sorry, Release Rope 6 is pulling us away from the content. But Frosty right now is extending the lead again. I mentioned last time they played, it was a Frosty win, but in Game 5, Yeah, you have it. There's a pink diamond right next to your name on the chat. Congratulations. My goodness. Frosty in big trouble. Nice fake from AJ. AJ's about to shoot high, and he knows Frosty's on 0 boost, so Frosty has no choice but to go in and out of the net, try and make that high save, and so he instead backflips off of it, and Frosty gets nothing. Oh, by the way, Lokomi, thank you for the gifted sub to Losen Cowboy. The brand new tier 1, W Lokomi 1, and then Dark Horse gifting a sub over to Release Rope 6. We got him a VIP and a sub. I tell you what, 105 stream streak, I think deserves it. AJ falling to the ground. Really just trying to maintain possession, I think, here, and got a little bit overzealous. I don't think he had to protect the ball that high up. And now again, trying to stay on the ball. Maybe he was in big trouble. I wasn't watching from AJ POV, but it felt like shadowing here was probably better. He thought he could surprise Frosty maybe by getting up quickly. But Frosty had him beat. 20 stream streak, hey, that's not bad. Sure, it's no release rope, but it's a start. Before you get to 105, you have to get to 20 first. Yo, Jonas brother, thank you for the 3 months of Prime. Frosty, a demo and a goal. 8-4. A really high-scoring game, though, so one that AJ could probably stick out for a bit longer, as he could expect a couple kickoff goals the way this one's been going. And maybe bring it back. Or, you know, you never know when Frosty's just going to own goal. And this is why you don't give up. A kickoff win. Unfortunately, Frosty, we have to watch it again. It's a Zap Dash pre-flip own goal, so it's pretty impressive. The journey of 105 streams begins with one single click. Wow. Who knew the most poetic thing said today would be from Joe Mama? AJ on the counter. Now within 2, with more than enough time to try and make it up. Frosty. Air dribble to ceiling heights. AJ already there. Takes it away early on in the dribble. Frosty was hoping he could get a pinch there. I think he saw AJ going for a steal. And if you got a monster sidewall pinch, he could get it to the net and beat AJ there, but that's not what happened. So now instead he's going to have to defend against an AJ air dribble bump. We haven't really seen either one of these guys go for it too much, but a bit of a predictable swing in defense from Frosty, and a late arrival means he's going to have a tough time getting around the bump. And now AJ back within 1. What is Nightbot's stream streak? I'm sure it's probably at least 105, if not more. I don't know if it can check. AJ, just like that, 4 goals straight. He was down 8-4 with 2 minutes, but like I said, the scoring is coming in like crazy in this match. So really no reason to give up at all. Until the final seconds. AJ gonna have a back corner dribble if he wants it, and he will take it. Frosty shadowing, waiting just inside the net, and it's another bump. This time AJ using the flip off the reset to push himself down towards Frosty. The air dribble bump was working for him before. Why not go back to it with how long Frosty is waiting to make his move defensively? It's allowing AJ to line those up. He's got a 1-goal lead with 36 seconds left to go. Frosty probably felt like he was about to be in a comfortable position. 2 chances to take it all on the best of 5, but now without even overtime, AJ has brought it back 5 goals straight. He'll bring this one to the ground, pinch it away. Frosty not going to be the easiest possession to take control of with AJ so close, but AJ will back off on low boost. Frosty has a chance. Is he going to go to the air dribble bump? You have to imagine he will with AJ on such low boost, and AJ doubles it in. He tried to make the save, and he got a touch on it, but ultimately had no choice but to follow through and double it in. Looking to go underneath and pin it in the crossbar. Tough break for AJ. 5 seconds now. Delayed kickoff from AJ. He's done that in crucial moments in multiple games now, but he missed his long shot. It felt like he had a chance to maybe get it on a 1 bouncer. That might have made it in time, but got a really soft touch, so it will be overtime. TTY7 Sam, thank you for the 7 months of Prime. Prime until full time. Appreciate that. As AJ air dribble gets bumped off of it, needs to get to the ceiling or something to get back down. You can see for a moment he thought about that, but was slammed too far away. As Frosty will start this dribble again. Didn't like the initial setup, and AJ not challenging allows him to do so. Frosty working off a pad, electing to still play really patient in that single jump. Needs to be on target, can't be on the back wall, but he does maintain possession. Can he get another boost steal? No, he can't. He allowed AJ to get the back corner. Will he challenge immediately? Or will he be a bit more passive? He does wait until AJ gets up in the air, and now got his own back corner. Could not hit the long shot. So a minute into OT, AJ just got the bump and got the boost. No demo. Now Frosty trying the Diaz dribble all the way from the back wall. We haven't seen him do this yet in the series, and he drops it low, but he does force AJ into net, and that is really key because it's an easy counterattack if he doesn't do that. So he at least gets enough of a shot to give himself time to get back and defend against this AJ aerial, who wave dashes and puts it on target and in. Frosty got a touch, but not enough. It's going to hit the post and drop in for an AJ lead. 2-1 in the series, favoring the veteran over the youngster. So quiet out here on Driftwood tonight. Scarlet Spider decal. Game number 4. Frosty on a rough run right now. Was up 8-4 before losing the game 10-9. And now has to try and bounce back. He has the score reset, but everything has been going AJ's way, and AJ's going to steal this one. And even though he doesn't score immediately, Frosty's going to have a really tough time making his way in and out. I think there's a world, if he knew this had no chance of going in, he could maybe line up a better save, but tried to chip it away as it fell down, I think. Didn't have the perfect read. 1-0 AJ, make it 2-0 with a kickoff win. AJ with the cleaner wave dash kickoff, able to force it into the orange half. Frosty went wave dash as well, but he gets himself bumped. And it leads to an AJ goal. Frosty can't really control the ball before the AJ challenge, so he just drops it for the low 50. And now we'll get wave dash shots, put some speed on it, and actually just shoots it directly by AJ, who was prepared for the low shot. But he got so much speed on it, 92 km/h shot. AJ, you know, knew that that was a possibility, but still couldn't protect that bottom corner. Raposo, they with a 15 million viewer raid. Appreciate you. Frosty, lean back resets. Saw the early challenge coming, so he immediately uses the flip and is able to get it around him. AJ attacking the ball as if it was going to stay there for a little bit longer. Hello, Raiders. Great to have you here. Frosty air dribble from his own half and a fake. He started to earn it. The way he's been playing in the air now, he can get away with these fakes. And AJ attacking so side on the ball, almost a little bit behind the dribble, I would say. I don't think you want to be having to attack so left to right across the field. If you can make a better attack towards the ball, improve your chances of intercepting and not getting faked. Pass to himself off the back wall. The demo respawn was good, but not good enough. AJ, oh my goodness, not able to extend the lead, or get a lead, I should say, as Frosty denies the kickoff goal, but still in a really rough position. 0 boost to work with. AJ reset shot, and I think Frosty actually bumped him into popping the ball higher, which ultimately made the save. And now we'll tap this one away. AJ flick top left, denied, and maybe got a bit greedy. He's going to bump Frosty to put him out of position for the counterattack. Frosty just going to boom the ball. He knows even if AJ picks up that 100, he's not making it back to net in time, assuming he gets the power. That's exactly what he does. Frosty trying to force game 5 right now. $250 going to the winner of this match. Shout out Rocket League for sponsoring the matches today. Frosty looking to try and force the goal line 50. AJ dribble out of the corner, reset shots right into the top left. Frosty flying across the goal line, not able to make that read. Not the best recovery there from him. Maybe leads to arriving to the net a little bit later than he would like. Frosty might have been able to get that directly into the net had he controlled the ball a bit quicker. He just went inches from the boost without getting it, and now will half flip away. He should be back to make the save, but he's doing so on 0 now, whereas he could have had a lot more. We're watching from his defensive POV. He didn't even turn his ball cam on. He just lets AJ go to work, and it pays off. So it ends up not being a mistake. Felt like he could have rotated around to that 100, which is stationary and will always be there whether he's watching it or not. You know, with ball cam on, so we could know what to expect from AJ, but maybe he knew something I didn't, which was that AJ was about to outplay himself. And it leads to a Frosty lead. Frosty zap dashing, deciding he cannot steal the corner boost like he was maybe hoping to do, recognizing that would result in a goal for AJ. So instead recovers and is now forced into defense. AJ out of boost, but perfectly times the swing through the corner to grab it right on the respawn. So Frosty's going to have nothing, and he's going to be not able to pick up much of anything on this side of the field. Going to be forced to defend off pads, and the air dribble up connects. Even though Frosty slows down AJ slightly, it will not be enough to get him into the ball to make a save. And AJ able to tie. It all comes down to stealing the attacking corner boost and then taking the rest of the entire side. Frosty a dunk and quickly adjust to where the ball is headed. A great read of these corner bounces. AJ was trying to go up over the top of him, but Frosty showing how comfortable he is in the air. He has the lead again. This time AJ is going to bring out that wave dash kickoff a lot sooner than he was bringing it out before. Frosty crossbar down. It's not in, and he elects to grab boost over maybe trying to force it. AJ very starved out. Goes for the pre-flip. Frosty just going to carry it directly back on target. He knows he needs to not allow AJ to grab boost at all. If he takes any wider path, AJ is going to recover and be much better off in defense. And you could also just perfectly place the ball crossbar down. I mean, execution like that can never go wrong. But even if he had missed, he at least would have pinned AJ back again on 0. 2-goal lead. AJ up the side wall. Huge moments in this 1v1 right here. If AJ can convert this. Frosty attacking for the ceiling and just going to 50 it in. It's really hard to defend from as high as Frosty was. Picks up the back corner and almost finds himself behind the play. I think that's why he goes to the ceiling and attempts to get back to it. So really, he got beat on that side wall the moment that he went in too deep and allowed AJ to start the dribble, and he just did his best to make up for it in the air, and he wasn't able to. AJ, is he about to steal another game? It felt like it was Frosty's, but the wave dash kickoff battle has favored AJ. In fact, Frosty not even going to go wave dash kickoff, just trying to flip through the ball left and goes sailing past it. Kickoff so important. Oh no! Frosty absolutely faked out of his mind, or maybe he intentionally didn't touch it because he does recover back. But it felt like the net was open there for a moment, but it's going to favor Frosty. He actually has 100 boosts, and AJ never really got a chance on net. So it does go to Frosty, and he's going to place top left. Wow. That was kickoff mayhem. But ultimately, it favors the guy who looked like he got faked as he places it top left and has himself a lead. 30 seconds left to go. Kickoff forced into the blue half by Frosty. He will not be able to pick up the midfield, and AJ will make sure he can't pick up the back corner either, but it might not matter. He likes to not immediately slam this ball away, which I thought was coming with the fact that he had such low boost. He is going to slow play, and it's going to pay off. He stays in possession the whole time, fakes AJ, and I think we're going to see yet another Game 5 between Frosty and AJ. 2-goal lead. 4 seconds left to go. It actually isn't over. It's taken AJ less to get a couple kickoff goals. So I'm sure he's going to try and see if he can sneak one out, but that wave dash kickoff going to the side wall means it is indeed going to be Game 5 in AJ versus Frosty. Air dribble. Frosty doesn't touch it, so it'll look like a 1-goal game. We're going the distance in this $250 best of 5. Game 5, AJ versus Frosty on a nice sponsored match courtesy of Rocket League. Shout out Rocket League for giving us this nice 1v1 today. Last time AJ and Frosty played in a show match, it also went the distance. Currently, the game differential in favor of Frosty, though. He did win that Game 5 last time around. AJ can make it a perfectly equal rivalry with a win here. I also mentioned it before, Frosty on a 8-match winning streak on USC servers. We have to give him a slight asterisk because he did go over to EU on pretty high ping and wasn't able to take down Nush. What a great shot from Frosty. It's crossbar down and out, though. He has not had the ball bouncing his way on a couple of these aerials. He's got AJ on low boost, so he could still convert here if he keeps his wits about him. Doesn't get too frustrated from the almost moment, and what a great play off the back wall. Frosty showing a high level of car control and ball control here by making this possible, keeping it within range where he can still get off the back wall to tap it in that bottom corner and tie the game. AJ power slide cutting to trying to get something to happen, but it will go to Frosty in the Fennec. Losing his air dribble a bit early. AJ is going to try and go the distance out of the back corner. Has the reset, drops it low. Frosty makes the first save, but he's going to be forced directly back into net as AJ reverses. Frosty makes his second save and should catch this ball clean. What a maneuver from Frosty. If you go watch it back from his POV, he does not get this flick if he doesn't get such a smooth catch. He lands down, and 1-2 touch. That ball never hits the ground. And he launches it away to get it out ahead of AJ on the counterattack. Frosty, sidewall dribble. Got the boost and the ball, and once again denied by AJ on the goal line. Frosty pinned it perfectly. What it looked like crossbar and down, but AJ is not going to allow it. Can Frosty do it again? We saw him go for a full field dribble before. This one's going to land early, but AJ is going to wait it out on the goal line, and that was not the play from Frosty. Will he be able to recover? He will, so at least he doesn't get countered, but not the best of follow-ups. AJ and Frosty vying for control. Frosty forced to set up AJ in the air. Will buy him at least a slight bit of time to pick up boost. Nice shot from AJ. My goodness. This placement, the ability to threaten everything all the way down to the ground, but then actually finish the dash with a shot that never hits ground and just puts it perfectly bottom left. My goodness. You have to give credit to AJ for that one. AJ going to fake the kickoff. We saw him fake the kickoff earlier. It actually led to Frosty missing the kickoff. Oh no, AJ needed that boost pickup. That is not even a favorable possession if he doesn't get that back corner. Now he actually just hands it over, and it's going to be a Frosty air dribble bump. AJ gets there early before he can transition to in front of the ball. And we're going to approach halftime as a tie game. Frosty again from the back wall. Can he do what we often coined the Diaz dribble? Going the distance of the field. He fakes, and it will be a goal. Will it? I don't know. Frosty just seems to hit crossbar every time. It will be a goal. Shout out Jup for dropping the raid. The 24 million viewer raid. Appreciate you, Jup. You guys have joined a Game 5 $250 1v1. Frosty picks out the corner, gets a demo, and extends the lead. Frosty winning another kickoff possession as he has control of the ball. And with a 2-goal lead, he seems keen to not rush it anymore. A real slow couple bounces just to waste the play. Another crossbar down and in, but this one falls in. Frosty has a magnet pulling that ball to the crossbar. He just needs to work slightly on making sure it always bounces in, because half of them right now are bouncing out. And this one was just about perfection, maybe a bit slow. Had AJ recovered or been in a different spot, he would have probably been able to, tap it away, since it hung out on the goal line so long. But have to give Frosty his credit. Now on a dribble with low boost, prioritizing popping the ball high, get AJ to use some of his. Just resets. Oh, you just lost in Game 5 OT in Arm the Rebels Cup? Oh, brutal. Was it a qualifying match? What a shot from Frosty. I do want to hear what Jeff has to say about the Arm the Rebels qual. But Frosty getting so much movement. We have seen the first touches from Frosty have been near perfect, or at least his ability to get a first touch from awkward situations, I feel, has been elite. And the other thing that he's done really well in the air is just get huge pops of the ball with his resets. As AJ makes a goal line save, he needs a bit more of that if he wants to change the script from last time these guys played. 7-2 with a minute 18 left to go. AJ puts it into the post, but cannot stop the follow-up. It was the qualifying match. That was the question I asked you, right? So winner would have made it. Or I should say Nuggets, I guess, qualified then. But it could have been jump. Frosty, power shot. There's the GGs. Frosty absolutely popping off here in Game 5. Dashing himself onto the wall before the power shot. 111 kilometer per hour shot to finish it off. And has Frosty left? Does he know that we normally go for a nice pogo to finish it off? What does Frosty have? This is when you garner a bunch of fans. He's going to try. He says he sucks at pogos, but he will try. Frosty going to go ceiling reset. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That looks like a good setup. Hey, not bad. Could still score it. Oh, pre-flip. Oh, okay. All right. For somebody who's not so great at pogos, he's obviously very mechanical and found a way to make it a nice shot. Nice. 6 shots. He will not have to do anything else. He has won the match. GG's. Frosty, the Game 5 win over AJ, and continues to have his number in both times they've played.